Hello everybody and welcome to just a little video, I guess. Something I just decided to do. So if you've seen my channel, you'd know I'm a big anime fan. I do first impressions of series whenever I watch one. I even spend a lot of my free time rewatching some of my favorite series, like Soul Eater, Gurren Lagann, Fairy Tail, and two new favorites, Seven Deadly Sins and Kill la Kill. But some people have actually asked me, why do you and other people like anime so much? Some have asked this as an honest question, and I thank those people. Others asked it because they thought I was a dork for liking it. So screw those people. Well, for a bit, I couldn't fully answer. I would just say, because I do. Because I knew that I do. But I didn't know why. Well, after thinking about it for a while, I've come to a conclusion. My own conclusion. You may have a different one, and many people have probably talked about this before, but this is why I think people like anime as much as they do, and why it's so popular, and will probably stay popular for a very long time. For starters, it's so different from things we've seen in our own countries. Different countries often have different ways to tell stories, even if those stories are similar in their basic elements. I've heard the theory that there are about 7 stories we can tell, and we've basically just been slapping new coats of paint on ones to make them look more appealing. And I think there are holes in that theory, but it makes sense for the most part, I guess. But Japanese people really know how to put cool and interesting spins on things. Gurren Lagann is a heroic coming-of-age story, but with robots and galactic battles. Freezing is about humans fighting aliens, but has powerful high school girls fighting instead of actual military. Case Closed is a detective show, but the main character is trapped in a child's body. Dead Man Wonderland is about a wrongly accused person, but it's people fighting with blood powers. Sankareya is a love story, but the main girl is a zombie, and not even a traditional zombie. Kill la Kill is about identity and the battle of ideals, but it involves clothing that makes you powerful. These are stories and ideas we've seen and heard before, but have really cool and interesting things going for them, like setups, the environments, the ideas, and the characters that make them stand out from other versions of these stories. And yeah, there are anime that are a lot more standard. Seven Deadly Sins is a fantasy, but it's interesting because of its amazing cast of characters, the battles, and even the internal drama. Along with that, anime isn't really even one genre, it's an art style. It stems out into pretty much every genre we can think of. Action, fantasy, romance, horror, thriller, suspense, drama, comedy, sci-fi, you name it, there's an anime for it. So you can't exactly say you don't like anime as a whole. That means that the vast majority of shows and genres we've created to entertain people don't appeal to you. And while that very well may be the case, I bet there's an anime for almost every single person on this planet. One that they can find a lot of enjoyment out of. Or even several they can find enjoyment out of. There is such great variety in the stories and the genres, all coming from such a small country. It's quite amazing, actually. Along with that, there is a charm to the way anime is drawn and animated. Sure, there are some, and even the really good ones, that may cut some corners here and there, like with the talking, but it makes it so they can focus more on parts that really matter, like fight scenes or dramatic scenes or whatever, things that hold more water and you want to focus on. And the way these shows look is really nice, and a lot of anime look beautiful, breathtaking, amazing. And yeah, there are ones that are cheap, but the same goes for any art style or almost anything on the planet that we've created. In the US, we have plenty of cheap cartoons. Just look at the 80s. The openings look better than the shows half the time. But that's not to say that they're bad. Just cheap. And finally, there's a lot to admire when it comes to the music. It comes in many forms, and a lot of them have some of the greatest compositions I've heard that can even compare to the greats of old and new. I think a lot of them should and will stand the test of time. In the end, there are a lot of things going for anime. There are many reasons people like me are so enthralled by it. And if you're skeptical still, I'd say you should at least give it a try. You might just be surprised. So, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out my other videos. Also, make sure to check out my supporters, all that great stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out, suckers.